Hey guys, I'm live. Glenn Kellaway here from the basement. I believe my friend Sam St. John is going to join me at 4 o'clock. I'm going to turn off the music. Hold on a second. I wish I could play it, but I'm going to get in trouble. So we can't do that. Bear with me for a second. I'm just going to get my live thing set up here. So if I need to, I can go over and kick some people out for getting rowdy on me. Hope everybody's doing okay. I have 2 people watching. Don't know who they would be. Let me know you're out there. Aha, early this time. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. I was just sitting there watching TV, and Sam sent me an email, said anybody feel like chatting, and what the heck, I'm just doing nothing. Look at this, I got a cut on I started shaving, and of course I start cutting myself. I got these cheap razors. Yeah, I don't know. We're ready. Just an open chat. Trying to, whatever I'm into right now is heavy into one of my favorite bands or artists, which is Frank Zappa, and just listening to The Grand Wazoo, one of my favorite Zappa albums. Hey, Patrick, just announced that there will be a set coming out focusing on this era of Zappa, including Waka Jawaka and The Grand Wazoo. Also be a Blu-ray 5.1 disc in there, which I think everyone is excited about. It's supposed to be out before Christmas. I know nothing about it. 4 or 5 discs. So I'm excited. I'm anxiously awaiting the release date of Zappa 75 show from Germany, I think, with 2 disc set that's coming out. It's supposed to be out on the 14th. We'll see if it shows up or not. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yesterday, hey, 7 people now. That's cool. 7 people. And I hope anybody, have you heard Glenn Larry Graves finally put Zappa under Zed? I'm hearing the rumor. That's great. Brian, if you want to come on, I just sent you an email letting you know I was here. Copied. Paste. I'm sending a link. You're there, buddy. Yeah, that's funny. I heard Larry switching it up. He's going to put all the stuff that he had. Like, I guess McCartney's going under M now. Just put the link up, Brian. Speaking of Zappa, the Hot Rats session, the reason I'm showing this is because it was the birthday of this album, released October 10th, 1969. I'm adding a special guest in the house.
Hey, everyone.
There you are.
See you and hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. I'm just going to check and make sure my volume's up too. Yeah, my volume's up. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Perfect.
Awesome. You're a bit quiet, but
I got get my mic a little closer, I guess. Maybe that's better.
That's better.
Right.
What's going on?
Nothing really. I working at home today. I finally made up my mind that I was going to retire from coaching basketball this year. So got to send out some, some notifications to some players first before I, let the administration know.
Oh, that sucks. I imagine you enjoyed doing that.
I did, but 16, 17 years of coaching is a long time. It's a lot of energy. I love coaching young people. It's great, but
yeah,
14 weeks of your winter inside of a
Yeah, it's
gym,
big. It's a big commitment. I
you
did
know.
Little League baseball many years ago, back in like the late '70s. I really enjoyed it, though. I did it for a couple of years and thought it was great. It's really
Yeah,
rewarding.
it's great.
Yeah, nothing better than teaching the kids and hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a big basketball fan other than that?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I follow
College, what
basketball.
college, the pros?
I prefer, honestly, when I was teaching kids how to play, I would tell them to watch the women's college game
Oh, cool.
because fundamentals. The
Yeah.
girls play fundamentally better basketball than the men do. The men are better
Ah,
athletes, but they're
yeah,
not better. They're not better basketball players in its purest form. So
that's interesting.
yeah.
Wow. Very
So
cool. Yeah, basketball season's upon us here, so
yeah, I think there's a draft. The fantasy drafts are starting up already for basketball. I think.
I've never done a fantasy basketball draft. That'd be weird. I don't follow. I'm more just Toronto centric when it comes to professional NBA. Like I follow the Raptors, and I don't usually watch other teams play unless they're playing the
Right.
Raptors. So,
So
but
you had up Hot Rats. Are they re-releasing Hot Rats or something, or
no,
what's it
it's the
about?
Hot Rats' birthday.
Oh, okay.
It was
Wow, that's got to
released.
be what, 40
It was
years?
released 1969, October 10th.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
yeah,
That's like one of two Zappa albums that I've listened to. That's it.
and
I've only listened to I think Apostrophe and this and Hot Rats. That's
do
it.
you like Hot Rats?
I do. I really
Yeah,
do. Yeah. The is it Peaches of Regalia? Is that what that
yeah, great
track's
tune,
called? Yeah.
classic.
I really dig that one. Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
not a big guy for jam stuff, but I
yeah.
actually like that album quite a bit.
Yeah, it's great. I love all Zappa stuff. Well, there's a couple I don't, but most of it I'm a huge fan. Yeah. Scott's here. Time for some NBA action. Let's go Heat. Oh, Miami fan.
Oh, there you go. I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a team anymore. I
I
would
know
not
Scott
root.
lived in Florida for a few years, so it's probably where he
Ah,
caught the bug.
see, I'm up here in New England, but I'll be damned if I ever root for the Celtics. That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Who do you root for?
Me, not really anybody since Jordan got done, and then for a while I followed like Tim Duncan because I like guys that like are pure basketball minds. They're
Yeah,
smart. Now players are just athletes. They're not particularly smart at the game, and I don't
yeah.
know. Like I
It's
said, I
and
like watching the women's game.
the NBA is so driven now by the superstars. They control everything. Like it's just,
Yeah. Well,
it
I
turns you
mean,
off a little bit, right? I'm not going to play here. I want to play on this team, and you can't make me play anywhere else. And you got to
it's
trade me to the
people need to
Nets.
remember that. Yeah, the basketball now that's theater. That's not
Yeah,
basketball anymore.
yeah,
That's you know
yeah.
some
I
other
don't like that.
construct that they've come together with.
Yeah, I love the Raptors because they have a team of really hardworking players. They don't have any superstars, and they got a great coach in Nick Nurse, and they kind of call themselves the positionless players. Like they're interchangeable at any position.
Well, that's
It's
kind of where basketball has kind of moved anyway. There's no
yeah.
really centers aren't really the focal point of games anymore. I
No,
mean,
not like they were. God, when I was young, the 70, that was it.
yeah.
You just had your
Now
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and whoever else, and that was it, man.
you spread the floor, and I mean you get power forwards that have to be able to shoot the three,
Yeah,
or they're of no value in the NBA.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Wow, that's crazy. What are you listening to these days
Oh well, actually,
besides
on
Blue Rodeo?
well, I did listen to Blue Rodeo on the ride home from. I had to go over to SAD1, and it's a 25-minute trip. So if I go there and back, that's Blue Rodeo. That's the
Okay,
whole album. So that's my final listen right there. I already had my notes all taken and everything. So
yeah.
I was all excited to do it this Friday.
So
So
without giving too much away, thumbs up, thumbs
oh
down.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bad Timing is my favorite song on there easily.
Yeah, it's a great song.
That's a great
Really
song.
is.
It
Yeah,
truly is.
yeah.
And have a pure kind of country sound to them, in parts. And then there's other tracks that don't sound anything like country.
No, yeah,
It's a little different.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I'm doing the Perfect Circle, and I wanted to buy it. And then there's a used CD store on Saturday. It's my daughter's baby shower, so
Hmm.
I got all Saturday afternoon to myself. And there's a couple of used CD stores out where the shower is, and I thought I'm going to go there. So I went online. They have all their stuff online. And I looked under Perfect Circle, and I found the CD, the 13 Steps, for $8.
Wow, you got to
So
take it then.
I was gonna order it, and then I went, no, I'm gonna wait. So I'm gonna pick it up on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, sorry. Hey, Doc. Um,
What's up, Doc?
I know, like Larry Graves and I used to do this CD exchange thing that was really popular, and I still get people commenting on my channel. When are you and Larry going to do a CD exchange? So we came up with the idea on Rich's channel between myself and Brian and Randall Nelson and Rich that we're doing our own CD exchange once a week. We're coming up with an album that you can hear on Spotify because we're not geographically close enough to exchange physical product. We are offering, saying, hey, listen to this, and then you got the week to listen to it. Come back next week and do your review, thumbs up, thumbs down, and pick another one, and we're just going to keep it rolling. It's been really fun so far. I've got to listen to a couple of great albums, and this week it was Brian's turn to give me one, and it was my turn to give him one, and I gave him Blue Rodeo's 5 Days in May, or 5 Days in July.
5 days in July. Yeah.
And Brian gave me a band called The Perfect Circle, an album called 13 Steps, which again, we don't want to give it away because it's going to come up on the video we're going to record, but I'm really liking it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that whenever we can get together and do that. So
yeah.
And now that Rich has officially ranked Snoop Dogg in one of his Building the Perfect album, I'm gonna have to say, well, all right, Rich, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna give you a hip hop album to listen to.
Rich picks Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, on our 1994 Build the Perfect album, he took a Snoop Doggy Dogg song on his album.
Now, the only one I know that I love from Snoop Dogg is Gin and Juice.
That's the one he took.
Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah. So,
have you ever heard a band called the Gourds?
Yeah, isn't that the lead singer from Primus? Right? He does. He's the lead singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard them do Gin and Juice?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Oh,
I think it's really cool.
That's when I fell in love with the song. Yeah, Scott says The Perfect Circle is awesome. It is awesome. It reminds me, are you into Steven Wilson, Brian?
What's that again?
Are you into Steven Wilson's stuff at all?
I'm not familiar with him at all. No.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to keep that's going to be coming up.
That may be something you have to swing back around and make me
if
listen
you'd
to.
Like, well, Steven Wilson, I mean, he had a band called Porcupine Tree. He's had a whole bunch of projects, but he has a solo career too, and plus he does a lot of these remasters on classic catalogs, like he did the whole Jethro Tull reissue with and King Crimson and Yes, and he goes into the studio and just does masterful work on the remastering of these great records. But anyway, he puts out some stuff that's amazing. When I heard The Perfect Circle, I thought of Steven Wilson, and one album in particular I love, you should check out, it's called Hand Cannot Erase.
Hand Cannot Erase.
And it's actually a concept album. It's a story of this woman. It's a true story of this woman in Britain who she kind of withdrew from society and for her family and everybody, and slowly did it, and was still sending out like messages to people, so they thought she was around and stuff like that. And eventually she died, and no one even missed her, and they didn't find her for like 3 years or something, that she was dead.
Wow.
And it's the whole story of her life, and it's really poignant, and musically it's incredible. It's really dynamic. There's parts of it that sound like Rush, and there's parts of it that sound really kind of dreamy, like maybe a Pink Floyd-ish thing, but he's got a great voice, and you should check that album out. It's awesome.
I will.
There's a prog chorus that I think Brian would really like, Steven Wilson. Yeah. Hand Cannot Erase, that one, or The Raven. Yeah, The Raven That Refused to Sing is another one. Yeah.
I'll check it out. Well, especially since prog seems to like a perfect circle, then I'll take his word for it for sure.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to
So Sam's supposed to be coming on board here.
Yeah, Scott, I just put a link here if you want to come on, buddy. Love to have you. Have you ever met Scott from the Prague Corner?
No,
He's a great guy. He's got a great channel if you haven't watched it.
I probably haven't. I've
Yeah,
been trying to keep up so much with everybody's channel. It's
he's
tough
really
at
low
times.
energy though. You gotta, he's very shy. Oh my God.
So awesome.
Yeah, Sam was supposed to come on at what time's at 4:00. He's probably doing his hair. I'm not sure what time it is. 10 after 4. Of course, he's fashionably late.
I've already got the next album picked out for Randy too.
I'm coming. Yeah, Scott is fantastic, low energy, right? Yeah, Scott, put the link up. I don't see anybody yet, though. They're all shy. Sam said he's coming soon. Yeah, he's doing a perm, I think, today.
His perm, or he's doing a perm?
No, his own. Else? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, he's going to be all afro.
I mean, I would love to be able to do a perm for myself.
Yeah,
but those three hairs would not go for it.
Yeah, no kidding. So I always keep a really light beard going all the time, And then last week I shaved it. And then I didn't realize how much of a pain in the ass it is to keep shaving every day now. And that's why now I know why I kept a light beard.
I won't do it, man.
I'm not doing either. I'm going back.
Twice a week, man. That's all I'll do.
Yeah. It's awful. Man. Oh, here comes Scott. There he is. The man himself.
Hey.
How's
What's going on?
Not much. Scott, this is Brian. Brian,
I got a minute, so I figured I'd jump on, and you guys were talking about some good stuff. So,
yeah. I mean, I threw.
No, now he did he freeze up on you too?
Yeah. Brian's frozen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Look out.
There we go.
No, I asked Glenn. I asked Glenn. I said, going. But
there he comes.
Video, I don't know.
There you go. You froze up for a second, Brian.
Oh, okay. I asked Glenn how much he wanted me to push him when we do album exchanges. He said, push me all the way. So I gave him a perfect circle. I said, let's do it then. Let's see what you can do, man.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Anything Tool related, I'm good with.
Yeah, Maynard's a genius in my opinion,
Pussifer, Tool, Perfect Circle, all that stuff is great.
So can you guys enlighten me how Tool is associated with Perfect Circle?
Just Maynard James Keenan.
Oh, same guy.
Same lead singer. Just he's working with different people on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the music isn't quite as dense, not quite as heavy. You could tell it's in that Tool family still.
Yeah.
So it's not a million miles away, but it's a little lighter, and it brings in a little bit more light. Tool is really intense and
it is
and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it, but it's not my everyday music.
Yeah, it's like when you sit down with a Tool album, you got to put yourself in a frame of mind and you got to listen to the whole thing, because I don't believe in singles when it comes to Tool. You know, it's just you got to listen to the album.
Yeah, they're one of those bands. Definitely. You got to listen to the whole thing. But most of the bands I listen to are that way. I'm not, hey, I just watched your Larry Graves contest video. Yeah. We all got to support the great Canadian stud muffin.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. It was kind of a challenging one, actually.
Yeah. But I kind of cheated a little bit. He wanted us to do album covers and resequence the songs. I'm like,
I can't do that.
I'm just going to smash 2 albums together, and that's my double album there. It was easier.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend any, actual time to prepare. So I just grabbed a bunch of records and hit record.
So track versus track saying something is overrated, and I'm not quite sure what.
Maybe a Perfect Circle or Tool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess we're not really following the live chat as much as we should be, huh?
Rob, I have my contest entry planned. I just need to shoot the video. Yeah. I've kind of got to figure out what albums I'm going to choose, but I'm like Scott. I can't go to that. I'm not designing album covers and moving shit around.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
It is.
Larry emailed me and said, "Are you going to enter my contest?" I've only got 1 entry so far.
Yeah, I got that email, and I felt all guilty and stuff. Honestly, Larry has done a lot for me. I know he's done a lot for you, Glenn.
Yeah, absolutely.
back in the day when he was doing those live streams, brother, every time I would jump on a live stream with Larry, I would end up getting like 30 or 40 new subs. Just incredible. I mean, he's got a really good community that circles around him, and rightfully so. He's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
One day I want to grow up to be just like Larry.
Yeah.
But I've been doing
minus the chronic pain.
Yeah, But I've been doing a whole bunch of Iron Maiden stuff on the channel these last couple days because I went and saw them Friday in Columbus, and I'd never seen them before. So I think everybody that subscribes to my channel is getting pretty sick and tired of a guy who hosts a channel called the Prog Corner talking about Iron Maiden 24/7. So I assure you, I am done. It's out of my system. It's nothing but prog going forward.
Okay, so track by track, he's dissing Tool and Perfect Circle, but he's loving Maiden.
Okay,
there you go.
All right,
I had to do my
there. He's hiding behind a Dylan album.
I'm used to shade whenever I talk about Danny Carey from Tool. So
no, this is me.
Oh, hi Bob.
It was my plan.
Sam St. John. Woo, yeah. Hey, are we talking smack about Danny Carey as a person or as a drummer?
No, I mean me. I was like giving like big props to him, and I caught a lot of crap from the like drumming communities.
Really,
they don't think Danny's like really, as they said he's overrated. I'm like,
they're wrong.
I don't think so. I mean, if you watch that guy play, he's classically trained drummer. He really knows
I get these same idiots that tell me that Mike Portnoy is overrated. Get out of here,
right? Or Mario Duplantier. Have you ever seen Mario Duplantier from Gojira play? Man, that guy can play the drums.
I have not seen them live yet, but man, he's a monster. Oh. Yeah. That whole band is a monster. They're just crazy. I love
what band is this?
Gojira?
Yeah. They're where are they from? Are they like from Belgium or something?
Yeah, it's Belgium. Yeah.
They're crazy. Prog metal, just incredible technical stuff. The musicianship involved in that band is kind of up there with like Meshuggah, Dillinger Escape Plan or something like that. Just nuts, crazy stuff. It's like, you could practice every day for 20 hours for 50 years. And you'll
never be there. You'll never be there.
Yeah. Any banjos in those bands?
Probably
I
not.
don't think so. Probably not.
Boogie. He saw Uriah Heep the other night.
He did. I think he even might have posted a picture or two. Man, Uriah Heep's on a nice little roll. Their last 2 or 3 albums have actually been really good. Kind of like Deep Purple's last couple albums have been really stellar. Just surprising. You don't expect these late career comebacks. Styx is another one. Their last 2 albums have been amazing. So it's good to see, these dinosaurs actually putting a little bit of effort in. Stop mailing it in. Put some good records out,
I just can't do Heap without David Byron. I'm sorry. I can't.
And I can't do Styx without Dennis DeYoung.
Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. Yes, without John Anderson, it's tough. Know? But life goes on, and these guys got to earn.
They're still rocking. They're still doing it.
John Anderson
earn a meal somehow, They got to eat.
Goran, my top 5 albums of the year so far. The Sadies. I hear that's a good album. I haven't heard it yet. Michael.
Yeah, Spiritualized new album was really good. Yeah.
I have not heard any of these.
That's the only one I've heard of the 5 on there. That Spiritualized record is awesome.
It is good.
I'd name my top 5, but I don't think anybody'd even have heard.
No, I mean,
bands, so.
I think I like Placebo's new album, and nobody would know anything that I would.
I wouldn't know any of the stuff I listen to.
John Mellencamp's going to be at the top of my list.
That's good.
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
Album.
What was that? That One-Eyed.
Yeah,
One-Eyed Jack.
I love
One-Eyed Jack.
That's a good record.
Yeah,
I like that.
The Jack White album.
Yeah,
this year.
That's really good.
What about you, Sam? What have you been listening to? What's making your top? You're being mighty quiet over there.
Top's gonna be tough. There's a group I know that Glenn absolutely loves called Camp. They're kind of like a mellow folk group that I like a lot. They've got a really good album
out. Like Jacob Dylan on Valium.
Not quite, but no. I just got this the other day. It was on sale for like $15. It was the 2-disc Welcome Interstate Managers by Fountains of Wayne, and
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Adam Schlesinger, and probably their best album. It's not my favorite, but it's probably their best. It's their most commercial.
I love them. I don't care what anybody says.
I love them.
Awesome power pop. He was a great songwriter, good band.
Great songwriter. Yeah. And oh, Glenn, you'll be happy. I just got this in the mail from the winnings from Larry's last contest. I finally got Gene Clark.
Oh.
And this is the
great job.
The 2-disc. Yeah, it's the 2-disc.
I've got I got that on the album a couple
Have
months
you listened
ago.
yet?
No, I just got it in my door 20 minutes ago.
I'm dying to hear what you think of it. One of my
I just stopped off at Walmart and bought a couple pieces of vinyl because it's the only place in this crap town I live in that actually sells vinyl. And
Wow.
I picked up the first 2 Stone Temple Pilots albums. How about that?
Oh,
No
wow.
doubt.
I don't know why they had them. They were both like $20 on colored vinyl, and I kind of like that. So
Right.
you
The
know.
big
There's no
news-
You're in Columbus, aren't you?
I'm way outside. I'm like an hour from Columbus.
Okay.
I'm in the boonies, man.
Yeah.
The closest town to me is like a town of like 10,000, and I'm a couple miles from that. And Columbus is an hour away. Dayton's like an hour away. So I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Wow,
I'm,
so you're
I'm in
right.
Trump country. Absolutely. It's awesome.
I'll
I
bet.
love it.
Glenn, you'll be happy for me. I just picked up today 2 tickets to Dead and Company, the last tour.
Ah.
Yeah.
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 Where are they playing close to you?
Bristow, which is Northern Virginia. It's like half an hour south of DC.
So does that mean I could drive down and you take me to the show?
I have 2 tickets. I don't have another person at the moment.
When's the show?
June 3rd. It's my sister's birthday.
Oh, that would be my birthday month.
Hey, we need to figure out a way to get you 2 guys at the opening act.
Yeah.
Right.
I seen your act, brothers. I
yeah,
see what you
opening
guys
for
do.
John Mayer. Yeah.
Picking
Right.
and grinning. Dave, the pickup artist, is asking. Mostly I'm to Marion, Ohio. I'm about an hour from Marion, so I'm like, do the triangulation. You know, in the middle of nowhere.
So the only place to buy vinyl is Walmart.
Yeah, that's the only place I got.
That's
is
hilarious.
Walmart, unless I want to drive to Dayton or Columbus or.
I've got the same problem here. Now I live in Caribou, Maine, which 90% of the population of Canada is below me.
Yeah, it is.
So
I've seen that
I have
map
to go,
with
I have to go
line.
2.5 hours to Bangor, Maine, before I would hit some
Wow.
place to do like real CD and vinyl shopping.
You don't have like a Barnes and Noble or anything, Brian?
Nope,
Dang.
Wow.
we have nothing.
I know my local Walmart. They're still showcasing the Adele album as the.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Well,
That's
I
terrible.
actually do like picking up vinyl from the big boxes these days. They're getting some color gradients that are exclusives to Target and Walmart. So I just keep telling myself that it's okay every time I spend my money there. I know it's not, but
Anybody want to tackle this one? Ranking the Kinks' wrist albums?
wow.
I couldn't do that, but I can tell you
I
which
don't know
one my
any of those
favorite
albums.
is. I would say Misfits is my favorite of those.
I was a low budget guy.
Low budget's okay.
That was, I don't know why, of those Arista records that came out in the 80s or whenever they came out, that was probably the one that hit me the hardest, but they're all pretty good.
Yeah. Hard
Brian,
to
I
find a really
enjoyed
bad
your,
Kinks album.
I enjoyed the 1994 the other day. I watched that while I was working.
How'd you like Rich selecting a Snoop Dogg
Oh,
song?
it cracked me up. When he
That's
said gin and
hilarious.
juice.
I
Yeah.
Nothing
thought,
wrong
it was
with
the end of,
Snoop
we
Dogg.
thought it was the end of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ran into Snoop Dogg one day at the Aventura Mall in Miami. I'm working for Foot Locker, so I'm in my black and white polyester referee uniform, and I'm in a really rotten mood because it was a really bad day, and I'm coming back from the food court, and I'm looking down, and bam, I hit this guy. I walk right into him. It was Snoop Dogg. He's like, "Yo, you at Foot Locker, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." "You got any authentic NFL jerseys?" I'm like, "Let's go." I sold him a whole bunch of stuff that day, but he was a nice guy. Really,
That's
nice
hilarious. He's a cool dude. There's no
He
doubt
was
about
cool.
it.
Yeah, he was awesome.
You gotta imagine he's a pretty chill
Sleepwalker, low
dude.
budget. Don't really know the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, he has-
They're the ones I'm most familiar with too out of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's-
think those were the 3 that probably sold the most, actually. Although Give the People What They Want sold pretty good, I think.
Yeah. That's the time I saw the Kinks in 1987 at Massey Hall. It's the only time I ever saw them.
Never seen them. Good band.
Yeah.
Love that
Oh,
band.
yeah.
I was supposed to see Punch Brothers tonight, Glenn, but
You're not
My-
going?
my strep came back on Sunday, so I'm fighting that again.
Oh no!
Yeah,
That's
so
a great show.
my sister's still going. I've got a bunch of cousins and aunts and uncles that are going too, but I can't.
So June 3rd, Dead and Company. Man, I love to do
Yeah,
that.
I've got actual seats. I didn't get lawn or anything. Today was pre-sale for seats. The lawn didn't go on sale yet, but
Did you get me good seats at least?
yeah, I got you good seats.
Okay.
No, I'm like in the back section, but it's an outdoor amphitheater kind of thing, so it's not massive. So you're gonna see fine. I've seen Van Morrison there once.
Oh,
Hey,
cool.
hey,
How
look
big
at
a
that.
venue is it? How big a venue?
Oh, it probably holds five or six.
Oh, that's small. That would be perfect to see
Yeah,
that.
it's not. I mean, with the lawn, you probably have 400 on the lawn or so.
Oh, look, Rich Strictly Strict is in the house.
Got my mind.
Yeah.
Rich, do you want to come on, or are
He's
you
spitting
eating or
bars.
something?
Yeah, Rich wants to come on because I gotta take off here in like 5 minutes anyway. So somebody needs to fill this fourth square. You can't go with 3. That looks funky. You gotta have 4 up.
You heard it from Scott, folks.
You know.
Yeah, it looks kind of dirty.
Yeah, it's wrong. But yeah, my next show, I'm this close. I got to talk my wife into it, but Carl Palmer is doing his Emerson, Lake and Palmer reunion tour.
Oh.
So he's gonna. There's a taped concert of the band. So you're gonna have Keith Emerson on the jumbotron on one side and Greg on the jumbotron on the other,
isn't that
and then
cool?
Carl Palmer and his little 3-piece band in the middle playing along. It's gonna be weird, but I think I'm gonna go.
I bet you that's going to be a great show.
It'll probably be the last time I'll ever get a chance to see anything even close to ELP, so I got to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Rich, I don't care how much fun you're having. Come on.
that's right. You're not that special, man. Get on up here.
Yeah, get the hell on
right.
here. Yeah.
Only the highest praise from Scott.
Here's go. How do you do a reunion when there's only one member? Well, it's 2022, and you can
That's
do
right.
all kinds of crap, man. You
That's
can
right.
do holograms and
Look at
Keep
Guns N'
in mind
Roses.
also that Carl Palmer has been in negotiations with the production team that brought you Jumanji. They have bought the rights to the Carnival 9 story from Brain Salad Surgery, lyrics by Pete Sinfield. So he has been talking to all these Hollywood types. So if anybody would know how to, put them up on a big screen and make it seem real, and it might just be Carl Palmer. He might just be the guy that can figure this out when Zappa couldn't do it and ABBA's doing holograms, and maybe Carl's the one that'll figure it out.
Yeah, and Paul's doing John up on the screen.
Yeah.
What the hell? How did that work, Sam? You saw that show?
Oh, I mean, I was teary-eyed seeing it. I mean, it wasn't like actual size John Lennon. It was like close up of his face, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
To hear him harmonize with Paul, that's the closest I'll ever get.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
pretty
Beatles.
cool.
You and me both.
Argentina.
Wow, cool.
Right. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Argentina in the house.
Well, they're
Yeah.
saying that Peter Jackson's he's working on something with Paul and Ringo, so I'm thinking it might be something along those lines.
I wonder. That'd be cool, eh? Imagine
He
if
said
was
he
doing
said it's not a
something where the
documentary.
4 of them would perform together somehow.
Yeah, I think
That'd
it's
be
going to be
interesting.
something like that.
Wow.
That'd be awesome. It's
Yeah.
time. And after the Get Back, there's been a real bump. There's been a real surge in popularity. People are interested all of a sudden. They
Yeah.
care again.
Yeah.
And that's so heartening to see, because we were going through a little time there where people were like, who are the Beatles? Who's Paul McCartney? These youngsters, they don't know what's going on. So it's really good to see them get that kind of love, in the wider world, of pop culture. So thank God for the Beatles. Every single piece of music I love is because the Beatles existed. And I take that opinion to my grave. Hey, there he is. Just in time.
What's
I
up,
got
guys?
my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Damn
I
straight,
thought you should
baby.
be smoking a blunt right now. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I just put it out, man.
We got bitches in the living room getting it on. And
Boats and hoes.
Living large.
so how did you get onto that song? Is this a song you always liked, or did you come up
I
with it?
always liked it since the beginning, and I couldn't figure out 12 songs for 1994 I liked, so that was the 12th tune.
I would have put that. Now, I was asking Brian, have you ever heard the Gourds version of it? There's a band called the Gourds. I think
Yeah.
Rich froze up.
Yeah, he froze.
Pros.
I'm back.
There he goes. Have you ever heard of a band called the Gourds? They do a version of Gin and Juice.
No, man. I
You
don't
got to
know
look
what
it up. It's freaking
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's great. I
And
love
you
it.
should really check
Really?
out Tony Rice's version.
I
Wow.
know he was into the juice, but I didn't know he was into the gin. Did you guys pre-order the vinyl or CD box set of Revolver? Clearly, Track versus Track doesn't watch my channel. I have a video up explaining the whole thing, and I've
That was a
almost
good
got like
video.
2,000 views on this video. People are nuts going over it, talking about it. So obviously,
Nice.
there's a lot of passion about that.
As well, there should be. It's Revolver. Come on now.
Yeah, I know.
Come
but
on now.
It's the passion to me is the money. It's ridiculous. In Canada, $305
Yeah.
for the vinyl.
It's insane.
Wow.
It's insane. I'm not doing it.
I got a copy I bought at Walmart.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the
Regular
remix
stereo.
album on its own.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll get it later.
Yeah, I'm getting
Everybody
Get
will be
crazy
talking
about
about
that
it.
stuff.
CD.
Yeah, October is a good month for gourds.
This
That's a good one.
is a scary bunch. Yes.
I'm
Oh,
terrified.
this will interest Glenn and you sports guys, and I just saw Doc. So next Thursday here, Jim Craig, the goalie for the 1980 Miracle team, is coming to speak.
Yeah.
Free event, and so I'm gonna go see him speak.
That'd
That's
be
fun.
pretty cool.
Yeah, because I love
Yeah.
I love the whole Miracle story. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to go to that.
that'll be
next Thursday.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's
very
almost
good.
exciting as the time we had Richard Pearl from Survivor giving a talk to our group. Remember him, the very first Survivor winner? Yeah.
See,
I'm
You're
watching
old, man.
Survivor this year.
I've never watched one of those shows because
Oh,
I was
man,
under
you're
the
missing
impression
Brian.
I was under the
Brian,
impre- I was under
good
the impression
stuff.
that it's truly survival. I mean, I would have been putting like pillows over people's faces in their sleep, and whatever I had to do to win these things. I don't know, but evidently that was against the rules.
Yeah. For some reason. But yeah, Survivor's been really good this year. I'm glad they did away with some of the ridiculous twists of the last two seasons.
Yeah.
And I'm glad there's no returning players. That gets really old.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been good so far.
It
Really,
has
really
been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glued to every episode, and
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
usually a Survivor guy. You know, we're
No.
both big. Scott and I are both big Brother fans.
Were you okay with your
Taylor?
girl winning?
Yeah, I was actually. You know, I went from hating her at first,
Yeah.
feeling sorry for her, then
Yeah.
liking her, and then hating her again, and then liking her at the end.
She was a good winner.
Yeah,
I'm just glad Monty didn't win.
yeah.
I
Did you
didn't
watch
care for
that show that came on after it called The Challenge, USA
Yeah.
Challenge? What a
Yeah,
great
that was
freaking
fun because you
show
had all
that
the Big
is.
Brother people, the Love Island people, the Survivor people, and Amazing Race people. So you had all four, vets.
Oh, I
alums
love
from
that
those
show.
four shows. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the show Beat Shazam, the music show with Jimmy
Oh, yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
That's a fun
Beat
show.
Shazam, that's a good one.
Some of those people are just moronic.
Yeah, they are. But that's the fun of it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Hey, Dave, saying hi to Jason. Jason, say hi to Dave. This is like you guys want me to set you guys up or anything? Dungeon's new album is really good. I don't know.
Haven't heard it yet. I love Dungeon, but I haven't heard it yet. They're awesome.
Where are they from?
They're Swedish.
Okay.
Awesome. So good.
I can't believe what I'm hearing from Glenn and Scott. That
Talking about Big
Yeah.
Brother and Survivor. Yeah, man can't live on Prague alone.
No.
Robert, you can unsubscribe if you want to.
I need something else to nourish my soul. So I go for that really good, wholesome programming.
My wife and I have been watching Big Brother since the first season. We noticed
Yeah.
it's like 23, 24 seasons now.
It's all my wife's fault. She's the one that got me all into reality TV. It's the only thing she watches, horror movies and reality TV. So that's the only thing I watch. Huh. Funny how that works. And then when she goes to bed, I'll, turn it on to ESPN. And
You got to make up for lost time.
yeah, I really do. But, happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
So, but see, my
Anyway,
wife,
Glenn, thanks for bringing me up. Brian, nice meeting you.
Nice to meet
Rich,
you, man.
always a pleasure. And the great Sam
Take
St.
care,
John.
Scott.
I'm just honored to be on the same screen with you four fellers.
Likewise.
Yeah. I got to go to work.
Check
so-
out the Prague Corner, everyone.
Yes. Subscribe to the Great Prague Corner. You won't be sorry. Well, yeah, you probably will be. You probably will subscribe the next day.
Take care,
But that's
buddy.
all right. Peace in the Middle East. I love you guys.
Bye,
Take
Scott.
care.
Thanks, Glenn.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
God.
Yeah, he's so shy. It's you got to kind of get him going.
You got to break him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get him out of his shell.
He's doing good.
He's the man. He's always the same. I like that about him. You know what you're going to get.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got prog questions. Van de Graaff Generator versus Gentle Giant. Which is better catalog? Which is better van? I have albums from both. I kind of tend to go Van de Graaff Generator, but I think it's a tougher listen if people were just trying to get into it. But that's all I can say.
Yeah, I've got no comment.
I think these guys are speechless.
Yeah,
You caught me with my tongue tied.
brilliant,
I have no idea.
brilliant catalogs. Yeah.
Yeah. Both big prog.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Or my channel, pick one, Rich.
They're actually not bad bands.
Yeah, we were talking about your 1995 episode. We're not 94.
94 albums.
94, yeah, because I was for Wildflowers, I would have picked like 6 songs. I would have had to pick 6 songs, but I know you don't because of the one.
We can only pick one. That's our rule.
Yeah,
I had to do.
I went with the rocker, but I really like "Crawling Back to You." That would be the song that I listen to the most. I really love that song.
And Honeybee's a great like album. It's like a side opener. Like for like side B, Honeybee would have been cool.
yeah.
There's
But
so
you don't
many.
know how it feels is great too. I mean,
Well, you
So
don't
tell
know
me,
how
what
it
are top
feels.
songs from 94? I can't even think besides Gin and
Gin and
Juice.
Juice.
You don't know how
Well,
it feels.
Soundgarden had
on 95. because
their
it was a
album was
single.
really big.
Yeah, I wouldn't know a Soundgarden song, I don't think.
Better
Black
Man
Hole
by
Sun.
Pearl Jam was.
I love
was
Better
big.
Man. What song?
I don't-
Live, Throwing Copper came out that year.
Man, I think I'm out in the mid 90s.
Zombie
that's
by the
a-
Cranberries.
Right.
Rich, if you like watching paint dry, you might be crazy enough to like Big Brother.
Well, guess what? I watched it for like 6 years. I did watch the first 5 or 6, and it got so repetitive. And they
You go back to Chicken George days.
Chick and George and Doctor whatever his name was.
Dr. Evil and Dr. Will and oh yeah, come on, the classic.
Dr. Will. That other lady with the red hair that was a real wild character. I can't remember her name. She had her husband on the show. She met her husband on the show. Just awful.
Well, you lost the huge prog guy in Scott when he left. I am a prog guy, but not deep. I imagine you picked up the 8. I am one of the people who thinks Animals is one of the worst Pink Floyd albums. So
I did pick it up.
Me.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I've heard it.
I don't. I've tried to listen to that album 10 freaking times,
2,
probably
3,
more, and I can't
4.
do it.
It's probably in my top 7.
Yeah, top 7.
7.
You only had 6 albums.
I'm helping it out a little bit, you know. I've got "Wish You Were Here," then "Dark Side."
What's your
Metal,
14th? What's your 14th favorite
Wall.
Beatles album?
You know, I even like the stuff that doesn't even have all the members. You know, before that, maybe "Momentary Lapse of Reason."
Yeah, I don't mind those albums actually. I like those better than Animals, to tell you the truth.
I think a lot of the hard rock guys love Aaron Mutha Alamir. I think that's his favorite one.
Yeah, I agree.
Floyd.
Yeah,
It's
I'm a big fan of the early Floyd stuff.
Lots of other things.
They're my favorites.
94, you have the Division Bell as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was
any
just
of those
Gilmore,
songs.
right?
Same
No
for me.
Waters
I
on
love
that one.
Animals. Yeah, Goran knows. Yeah. I think it's a tough listen, but it's Floyd, so
Yeah.
I agree on Animals, but the final cut is the worst. Yes, probably.
Yeah, Final
think-
Cut
I
was
think
just,
that's,
was
Sam's
just
favorite.
Roger Waters, right? Final Cut
Yeah.
was just Roger Waters and no Gilmore.
I only like
Jeff
2 of the
Buckley's
3
Hallelujah
Pink Floyd
also
albums.
came out in 94.
Yeah, how Grace came out. Yeah, Jeff
And
Buckley.
Hootie and the Blowfish first album, which isn't half bad.
I love that. I love those songs. I love Darius Rucker.
Hey, Rich, you forgot
Yeah,
to
me
mention
too.
Portishead because I know you're a big fan of them too, right?
Portishead.
How about the?
Piper in the Gates is my favorite. Yeah, it's a great album.
I saw.
I like Metal's my favorite, but Piper's great. And oh man, I love all the early stuff.
Larry gave you a shout out the other day, Glenn, where he mentioned your favorite band, Klaatu.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched that video. Yeah.
You know, the one thing I've learned since joining the VC almost 2 years ago is how many prog fans there are. I mean, there's so many people that love prog music. I never realized that. I thought it was a specialized genre. It's pretty massive. There's a lot of people that love
It's
it.
massive. Well, there's tons of bands too. Like
Right.
once you
Yeah.
it's a big rabbit hole.
And there's so
Deep,
many
deep.
people that hate pop music and mainstream music that they're looking for that kind of off kilter kind of, you know.
Because I never liked top 40 music. After
Right.
1966, the top 40 music meant nothing to me.
Yeah, and
From
guys like
67 on,
Scott.
it's always album oriented, deep cuts.
There's
Yeah.
so many prog guys, and yeah, that's cool. I just never joined the firm.
Yeah, but there's probably some bands and albums you'd like.
There probably are, but I was listening to what I call mainstream prog, like the Genesises, yes, and Moody Blues. That's the kind of stuff that I consider prog deep, like you guys do with the
Yeah,
unheard of bands and European bands, especially. There's so many of them.
Piper kind of sucks. Not my type of thing. Saucer Full of Secrets is awesome.
Yeah.
Piper doesn't suck.
I've never listened to
it's
either one
terrible.
all the way through.
I'm so I'm hurt. Prague is so in my opinion. Sorry, Scott. Well, I don't know. It's just so hard to lump it. Like, 'cause there's so many different bands and so many different subgenres
There
of
are
prog and so many
subgenres,
different.
Yeah, prog. I
That's
mean, prog can go from like
That's
you
like
know-
saying I hate jazz is so. Like,
yeah,
you
All right, I'll play it. Jazz is so.
yeah.
no, you can't lump it.
No,
even like
I
saying
like-
like Miles Davis, you can't even just Miles Davis
like-
has so many.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't even lump just one
I-
artist.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer like Donald Byrd or Charles Mingus over Miles Davis or a John Coltrane. Or I mean, there's certain types of jazz I like versus other jazz. So,
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
why I think there's some prog for everyone. Just like there's some jazz for everyone. If you,
I would agree because I mean there were prog albums. I mean, look, I bought that Animals album. I love that Animals album.
yeah,
But I mean, I don't own any Gentle Giant or anything like that, or
Right.
you know, King
I'm
Crimson.
sitting here listening to Sheryl Crow singing the country version of "The First Cut Is the Deepest." No, that's not prog at all.
No.
No,
Check
it's
out her
not.
album where she does Animals in its entirety, Robert.
Written by Cat Stevens, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
That was a big hit for her.
I don't like the Eagles.
Yes, I love the Eagles. Thank you. Big fan.
Yeah,
And the football team.
Right here.
yeah,
baby.
both.
5-0.
Yeah,
He has
I,
to.
Now, way to
you
go,
know what,
Cole.
I
signed
do-
the deal.
This week, too.
the only Eagles album that I like is Desperado. Now the other ones I never listened to.
my favorite is The Long Run. That puts me way out there for people.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
like
they're all
the
great
Long Run. I
records
think
and they're a
it's-
great band. I'm never going to diss the Eagles, but I just don't listen to much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Benson. There's easy on the ears. Great guitar
That's
player.
good.
Yeah.
He's still doing it too.
Some prog is a little heavy-handed. Yeah, it's it's like anything though.
Yeah, you don't really want to wake up in the morning jamming a prog. At least I don't.
Yeah.
No, I need a few hours behind me in the day.
Probably two of my top albums of all time: The Zombies, yeah, great, and Forever Changes. Both awesome albums.
Yeah, man, that's a great album. Odyssey and Oracle.
Yeah. Psych over Prague is the way to go. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure if I get agreement with this panel either on psych music.
Yeah, I don't like enough of it because, like, the more psych, like even like Beatles songs are the ones that I kind of avoid. So
You're
Well, I'll
not
be
a
interested to
Hendrix
see
guy
you
either,
see.
are you?
You don't like long jammy stuff, but you're going to go see Dead and Company.
yeah, that's because like I feel like I need to go see them just because like I'm never gonna see those three guys together again.
Yeah,
And
I haven't seen them since 1970, so I would love to see that.
And I love John Mayer, and I've never seen John Mayer.
Yeah, so
So
I really want to go to that. I'm as soon as this is over, I'm going upstairs to tell Lynn to put it in the calendar, and I will drive down.
yeah, I don't know when, I don't know where they're like I don't know where.
How
else
far are
they're-
you from the venue?
Oh gosh, over 3 hours.
So you would stay overnight there, or
No, I was going to drive home.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't figured out my plans yet.
All right. Well, if the ticket's available, I'd go with you.
All right.
Let me know. If you have
I'll
plans
let you
for
know.
it, I totally understand. But just let me know. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I guess I just bought the tickets, this morning this afternoon at noon.
Yeah, that's be
It
awesome.
is selling quick.
Not Eric Clapton either. Well, Eric's a bit of a wanker now, but he's just got such a great resume. And how can you not like Eric Clapton's music? I mean,
I'm a
to a
fan.
point. You're not a fan?
I wouldn't go see Eric Clapton if he was close, probably.
I wouldn't go see him anymore.
No.
But I
Very, very political.
did see him
now.
a lot in his early career. I saw
In his
Blind
prime,
Faith. I saw Cream.
awesome.
I saw him a lot in the early 70s by himself.
Yep.
Drugs help when listening to Psych and Prog, or so I've heard.
Yeah, if you want
You
some
could
of
have
the
stopped
drugs,
at drugs help.
Don't do
some of the drugs that I'm taking, some Tylenol and some
Yeah.
cough syrup right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dave
can't
Carr,
argue.
you're not a fan of Clapton. I think he's good. Well, I think he used to be good. I don't know if when I watch him play guitar now, he just seems like he's got these kind of licks that he remembers from when he was good, and he just kind of very predictable.
He has his own.
Don't you think it's fair to judge him in his prime rather than what he is at 75, 80?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Well,
that's why I hold him in such high regard, because I mean,
Exactly.
no one. I don't care any musician in history. No one has a resume like Eric Clapton. I'll put his resume up against anyone's. Name one person who even comes close.
Yeah.
Derek and the Dominoes, Cream, Blind Faith, all the solo stuff he did.
The closest would probably be Jeff Beck, honestly, and he doesn't
sing. But Beck never had the. I don't. Yeah. Beck's had a great resume. Played with a lot of people, but
yeah.
I wonder why Deacon Fry left the Eagles.
He didn't
Probably the same reason everybody else does. Don Henley's a freaking idiot.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. Jim Calloway, brah.
My bro, is that a bro or is that an insult? Is he insulting me? Is he swearing at me?
No.
Nah.
He's bonding with you, Glenn. He's cool.
Morrissey is good. I can't get into Morrissey at all.
Listen, I don't have anything against the Smiths, but Morrissey's a jackass.
Thank you.
We can move on from there. Johnny Marr is the best part of that band.
I'll tell you, I wondered what this Morrissey thing's all right. And I was in a used CD store one a few years ago, and they had like a headphones and a CD player there. You could sample CDs. And so I got to listen to Morrissey, and I put it on and I went, "What is this crap? Oh, it's awful." Saw Clapton in '85.
There you go.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since like the '70s. Saw Muddy Waters open. Oh man,
that would have been a show. That's that's Pete Clapton, and
that's exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right around Slowhand.
Yeah, I mentioned Cream. I forgot about Yardbirds and Blues Breakers. I mean, come on.
Yep. Add to the resume.
Best George Harrison Beatles
Here
song.
Comes the Sun.
Come on, guys.
Here Comes the Sun.
Here comes the sun.
While my guitar
gently weeps.
Within You, Without You.
Oh, I knew that was.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was either that or Love You Too. Yeah. Yeah. No thanks.
What Is Life is not a Beatles George Harrison song.
That's my favorite solo song of his.
Oh, that song! I think that song could have. That sounds like it could have been a Wilbury song, doesn't it? Like I could have heard Jeff Lynne producing that.
Outside of the Beatles, I think all those years ago, I thought was a really good song.
Oh, interesting.
I love that song too.
I like it too.
I love the song Any Road from Brainwash, honestly. That's a great song.
Something. I guess, it's pretty hard not to take that. That guitar solo changed my life.
There you go.
It's so simple, but it's pure Harrison.
Dark Horse Pick If I Needed Someone. Yeah, I like that song too.
No pun intended, right?
Don't Bother Me. Okay, we won't.
I like it.
George
Harrison scream.
He disowned that song.
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah, in his book, I Mean Mine. That's the only song from the Beatles he never mentioned.
Really?
It was the first song that he wrote.
He never mentioned John Lennon either.
Mm.
It's one of the greatest.
I've never read that book, but I've read.
I haven't either. But John, that's why John hated George for a while. John gave an interview where he said, "I pretty much raised that kid from when he was like 13 or 14 years old, and was a big part of his life. And he wrote a book, and he doesn't even mention my name in his biography."
Did that book come out that early? I thought that was from the 80s.
No, that book I think came out in the late 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Road is great.
I love the ukulele and everything. That's a good album, Brainwashed.
Best song on Pepper.
We'll say it again, Glenn.
Within You Without
Well,
You.
A Day in the Life is the best song on Pepper,
Yes,
but
Day in the
Within
Life.
You Without You is my second favorite.
Day in the Life.
Day in the Life.
That's my favorite Beatles song. Spoiler.
Don't Bother Me was George's first song. I think it was.
Yeah.
Don't bother
Yeah, it
me.
is.
When I'm 64. Wow.
That's in my top 3 or 4. I think if you were Rich and I's video all those years ago that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool song. It just fits on that album. It's amazing how you can go from, that's the genius of the Beatles. How do you go from Within You Without You to When I'm 64? I mean,
You have to be the Beatles to do it.
yeah.
If the Stones did it, it'd be hokey, you know?
I think A Day in the Life sucks. Oh my God.
Wow.
Bold
Wow.
statement.
Okay, you're out of here. Gone.
Ban 'em.
Banned. Yeah. I'm with Glenn when it comes to loving Within You Without You. Awesome.
Well, it helps too for those types of songs. They don't play them ever.
Oh,
So
there's Sam with his it gets overplayed rule.
It's a valid argument.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people don't listen to the radio.
I don't listen to the radio
Well, how do you know a song's overplayed if you don't listen to the radio?
because
He looks at the Spotify count.
I had that iHeart radio.
The only person overplaying it then is you.
No. I got sick of it by the time I was 18, like songs like that. That's when I listened to the radio on the way to school up until high school.
Rachel's listening. Awesome.
Hey, Rachel.
What the heck
Rachel.
is it? Rachel, you can come on with us for a few minutes if you want. I probably got about a half an hour and then I gotta go.
Glenn, I wanted to ask you a question that Rachel taught you that I still don't know. How do you do banners below?
You do banners by on the side, right on the right-hand side of your whole chat thing. The first box is comments. The second one is banners. You click on banners and then you write it up and it asks you if you want to display it and if you want it to scroll.
I'll have to
Whatever.
look for that next time.
Yeah. I can hang for 1/2. Cool. Well, hang. Here she is. The one and only.
There she is.
Rachel's ghost.
Rachel.
How are you, my dear? She's saluting.
She's muted.
No
Can't
audio.
hear you.
Can't hear you.
Hang on. There, it's on.
There you are.
Got it.
There we go.
Hey.
Got it going. I had to push the little button.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
There, it's on. There we go.
Oh, there's
Where's the echo?
That's the other channel you have on open.
There. God. You know, I'm too used to doing this.
Is this the first time you've ever been on a live chat, Rachel?
Yeah. What are these things like? I don't like the format. Kill the side light. That's better. Boy,
Hey guys,
oh
have
boy.
you heard the artist Robbie Williams? Isn't he kind of a wimpy kind of a guy? Or something?
Yeah, he
I
did
heard it.
Millennium. The song Millennium was great.
Yeah.
You know, when he was doing James Bond, he channeled Sean Connery. That was a great hit for Robbie Williams. He's had a long-standing feud with Liam and Noel Gallagher. I'll tell you that.
Oh
much.
well, I think that if I'd bet on Liam and Noel to take him in the ring. I'll tell you.
Oh,
I
I
think so.
love Liam and Noel. I'm a big Oasis fan. I got to tell you, but yeah, Robbie Williams
Yeah.
was huge.
I remember he did a collaboration with the band One Giant Leap, a song called My Culture that was kind of interesting.
Was he on he was on the X Factor or something too, wasn't he? As like a judge or something like that.
Yeah, he
He's
would
got
have been
talent.
able to do that.
Yeah.
Who's else?
Hey, where's our
you're
names,
hanging
Glenn?
for
You
half
don't
an
have
hour.
our names? Can you take the thing down? I see all our names, so I know everybody knows Sam and Rich. But who's our middle
Hold
guy
on.
again?
What the hell am I doing?
Who's my middle guy? I know the middle guy.
You
Oh,
know
Brian.
Brian.
You know Brian?
That's Brian. Yeah, he's our main school coach baseball. He never comes up on my show, but now I see his face. I go, hi. I know who you are. Oh,
I was
my
watching
God.
you this morning, Rachel, with the waxed. You guys were having some fun.
Oh, we do every day. It's ridiculous. It's funny.
They were doing
But,
a fun. You guys were doing a fundraiser this morning for.
Yeah,
That's
Fred
what it was.
Gasket. Fred Putterman
Yeah, he
blew
blew a head gasket.
So we did an impromptu. I didn't want to do it because I'm in Canada. I thought one of the Americans would step forward to help them out, but they didn't. So I said, "Oh, what the heck? I'll take this on." So we started GoFundMe, and it went for him. Now, did Rich get the banner thing figured out?
He says
I won't know till I go on when I'm running the channel, but Glenn gave me an idea where it's at.
when we do your next live chat, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I'll have to contact Rachel and she can run me through all the hijinks.
Yeah. Anytime you need help, Glenn or I or whoever, there's a lot of us available to come on and help anybody, and make it happen.
There's a fine Canadian young man there, Jeff from Speaker's Corner.
Yes.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Ontario.
If anyone other than the Beatles had done all together, and that would have been considered bubblegum pop. And it probably is bubblegum pop.
And they're coming to the theater. They've been spotted. I got a hole in me bucket. But yeah, I love the All Together Now.
Me too.
All together now.
The first time I saw McCartney, he did that. He did that live in 2015.
Yeah,
it's a great, happy little tune. It's so upbeat. If anybody could do upbeat, it would be the Beatles.
Yeah.
I got to say, Oasis is the greatest band from the last 30 years. Whoa.
Boo, hiss, boo, hiss.
Hold on. Who's saying this? I'm always slow on getting it'll show up here in a bit.
Duff 01.
I got to say, Oasis is the greatest band for the last. You know what? I don't know if that's true, but I sure like them. And I like them more and more. And there's a channel. Now who's the guy? He's an English guy. Glenn, you would love this guy. He breaks down. It's Hargraves. I want to something Hargraves. He's an Englishman. And he goes, I thought Oasis were nonsense lyrics because I thought so. Done it on a helicopter with a doctor on a helicopter. And I'm like, what the hell lyric is that? With me submarine, me yellow submarine. And I'm thinking, Oasis, you guys, what is this? Oh, and then goes, don't give your heart to a rock and roll band. Please don't put your life in the hands of a rock and roll band. Throw it all the way. And I thought that was just so cliche and crap. No, it's all based on real incidents, real stories. And it's James, I think it's James Hargraves. Everybody check the video, and he goes in and he goes, "Who was Sally?" And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as you're walking on by.
Didn't he have his video? He was telling them that there was a certain sequence that he wanted every song to be in.
Boom,
and the hit song had to be number 3, and that was the way it was. And then you take
the master plan, the backside of Batson, because it's what's the story? Morning Glory, the original song. The name of the song is the story. What's the story? Morning Glory. It's just Morning Glory. But then in brackets, it's got what's the story? And here's another clue for you all. Being the Beatle nut that he is, Noel starts putting clues and hints inside the record, which makes perfect sense. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying as far as conspiracy theories go, this is a beauty. And what it did, it had the result of elevating Noel Gallagher from just nonsense Beatle lyricist wannabe to a thinking, rational, creative force in his own right. Points for Noel. I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it, Final Community.
Sam's going to agree with you, I think. Sam's an Oasis guy, aren't you?
I just recently, in the mail, I got Definitely Maybe and Be Here Now in the mail. I hadn't known them before.
Anyway,
are they as good as the other ones? Are they as solid?
They predate Morning Glory, and then I've got all the new Liam Gallagher stuff, which is fantastic.
I hear that's really good. I haven't listened to any of that.
Oh, if Oasis got back together, I would travel to go see them, no doubt.
Don't Look Back in Anger. It is a great song.
But Noel Gallagher, Noel Gallagher admits that it's a ripoff of Imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Noel rips everything off. But so does John. You better run if you can.
Like John Lennon
you can,
never
little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Do it
Yeah.
with another man. That's the end. He rips off Elvis Presley in that thing.
Yeah, John did
Come
his
together
share.
too. Yeah, it was Chuck
Yeah,
Berry.
here come old
Here
flat
come
top.
old
He
flat
come grooving up slowly.
Yeah.
He got in trouble for that one.
He did.
1976, Rock really had to
I will
pay
say
off
it's
the mob.
very interesting. The documentary on Amazon about the Nebworth performance is really good on Oasis. It's just a good music doc.
Who said Be Here Now predates Morning Glory?
Sam, didn't he?
Did I say? I mean, I don't know his
Morning
real
Glory. Yeah. What's the story, Morning Glory? It's definitely maybe. Then it's what's the story, Morning Glory,
Okay.
and then it's Be Here Now.
Be Here Now.
Be
Okay.
Here Now. And
Did
then
Oasis do it?
Even
Did it do a
Chemistries
James
after
Bond song?
that? Something like that.
Did Oasis do Bond? That's a good trivia question. I'm going to say no, but I could be wrong.
I can't
I
imagine
don't
they
think
would.
they did.
I don't think that's too systematic for them.
Yeah, you got Richard McCook. Richard McCook's
Morning
one of our
Glory is
best.
very similar to REM's "The One I Love," which is my favorite REM song.
Richard, you'll be happy to know I just ordered the Birds reunion album. It's the last Birds album that I needed. I just ordered it the other day, so it dropped in price like $8 on Amazon.
Nice.
Be Here is my
Be Here Now is my favorite Oasis.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
just to hear Liam Gallagher sing, like to start a show with, Rock and Roll Star would be just killer. He seems
will they ever get back
like a
together?
nice
Like,
guy.
do they absolutely hate each other?
Oh my
or-
God, the brothers hate each other, don't they?
But I just saw an interview with Liam where he's like he's wide open to a Oasis reunion right now.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. Liam's more open to it than Noel.
Yeah.
So
But
who?
Liam needs it more than Noel.
What brother acts hate each other more, Ray and Dave, or
the
Noel
Gallaghers,
and,
no doubt.
Or what about also about the Everleys? Remember
and the
Phil and
Everleys?
Don?
That'd make
What
a
about-
good video, eh? All the brother acts who hate each
How
other.
about the Black Crows? They hate each other too.
Yeah, but they come back together every time.
They're
they
back
need money.
together. Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
together for about 5 years now.
I've never seen more reunion tours, them or the Who. I'm not sure which ones.
Kiss.
Yeah, Kiss.
What is your favorite? That's a good question from Goran. I like that.
Yeah, Richard, no doubt.
Oasis' biggest ripoff is cigarettes and alcohol. Oh,
Yeah, get it on T-Rex. Of course, Richard
Yeah.
McCook is a big T-Rex fan.
What is your favorite James Bond theme? Goldfinger.
Yeah, isn't that probably the best, isn't it?
It's-
Live and
it's
Let
hot-
Die. McCartney really did a great job because it was a new Bond, right? Brand new Bond coming in, Roger Moore's debut, and you got Paul McCartney to launch it. It was the 70s as well. So now we've lost Diamonds Are Forever at 69. We're leaving the 60s. Now we're in the 70s, a whole new world opening up. So I love Live and Let Die. I have seen Duran Duran in concert, and I've seen Paul McCartney in concert. So I've seen two Bond themes performed live in concert, which is kind
Here,
of
there's A View to a Kill, right? And then Sheena Easton did For Your Eyes Only in the 80s for Roger Moore.
I like Carly Simon doing Nobody Does It Better too. What was that?
that was The Spy Who Loved Me.
Spy Who Loved Me, yeah.
And then we also had Nancy Sinatra. You only live twice, or so they say.
Was that Nancy Sinatra?
That's Nancy Sinatra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to get Nancy's greatest hits there.
I love Nancy.
Yeah, we all do. Nancy.
Yeah. I just picked up the Nancy and Lee album, like a mint copy of it for $7.
Wow, that is, I would get that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Kinks.
Let Live and Let Die. Who done it better, Wings or
Give me a break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not even close.
We're not going to answer that question.
Why, yay.
George Martin produced the
Where
first
do
Bond
you
songs
go
that he
now?
God. All right.
You gotta
George
do
Martin,
the crime.
He liked Shirley Bassey, that's for sure.
Yeah,
It's almost,
Shirley did
like,
a couple
it's almost
though.
like a
Remember,
Ray Charles thing.
because Shirley Bassey also did Diamonds Are Forever. Diamonds are forever. You know, the dramatic thing, Glenn.
Yeah.
The best Bond theme that never was Blondie's For Your Eyes Only. It's on the Hunter.
The best theme that never was Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love, when he did Man with the Golden Gun, Alice Cooper.
Ah, there we go.
Or the song Pet Sounds from Pet Sounds.
Yeah, Goran's on it.
The Man with the Golden Gun. Well, we got a Bond theme going here. Diamonds Are Forever, fave movie and theme for some odd reason.
I'm going to get a lot of flack, but I've never seen a Bond movie of any kind ever.
Okay, well,
Wow.
we know what to get you for Christmas now.
Yeah.
Never.
That's hard
Sam,
to
you
believe.
got to have some Bond.
The box set.
I've got all of them.
Yeah.
Sam, you got to see Goldfinger.
Yeah, it starts at the beginning. Dr. No and Goldfinger.
Yeah.
And From Russia with Love's good too.
Yeah, for
I
Russia.
didn't
with
even know
Love is
James Bond was a
great.
thing in America. Wow, yeah, that's huge.
Oh, yeah. Even now, I mean, a lot of those Daniel Craigs are like top of the box office when they premiere here.
Right.
Name of the Golden
Skyfall
Gun.
and
Yes.
Quantum Solace.
How are
Hey,
you guys?
Basil.
We're good, Basil. How are you? Sean Connery, Roger Moore. Oh, well, Sean Connery.
Connery.
I'm a Roger Moore guy.
Sean Connery for me.
So who's your second favorite? I really like Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig for me too. Number
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Number 2, huh? Number 2 Bond. You know what was great was GoldenEye. There had been a bit of a lapse before anything, and then Pierce Brosnan came out, and everybody wanted him for a long time, but he was too young. You remember he was doing that Murder and Mrs. MacArthur or something.
Yeah,
He was involved in some TV show, and he couldn't get free from it, his contract, and he was so young and so prime. And I thought,
Remington Steele.
Remington Steele.
That's it.
But when
Remington
at the
Steele,
time came in 95 or whenever it was when GoldenEye came out, he was the guy. He was right on top for it. So it was good. Yeah.
Wow, Sam, what the hell?
I know,
What am I
Gary.
supposed to say?
I'm sorry.
Controversy from Paul.
I agree with Rachel on the Alice.
This is a good time for me to pop out of here. I got to go have dinner with my wife. So you guys,
That's a good
Take care.
reason.
Brian.
nice hanging with you guys. All
Thanks,
right.
Brian.
Good to
Yeah,
see your
Brian.
face,
care,
Brian,
buddy.
from Maine.
Later.
He's out.
Out and about.
Going to see the Who very soon. Very cool. My nephew Jack just saw them a couple of weeks ago in Toronto. He loved it.
Have you seen the Who, Jeff? I mean, yeah, Jeff. Glenn. Have
I
you
have seen the Who twice with Keith Moon both times.
Oh, I see. I never did. I saw him without Keith, but I saw him with Entwistle. So I give myself a quarter point for that.
You get points for that.
Because Entwistle was still with us at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 2 hookers and a bag of Coke. You always got to give a cheers to Entwistle for that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, you survive so long, but once you get older, it'll bite you in the rump.
Yeah, you can do that when you're 20, but Roger Moore for me. Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond growing up with him in the early days. I never got into the Pierce Brosnan, but I agree. Before he did it, everybody wanted him to do it. He seemed like the perfect Bond, but then I didn't like those movies as much.
No.
Back to 4 people now, yes. We were supposed to get the whole the Who's Next Super Deluxe box set. Yeah, what happened to that?
I don't know.
They've been talking about that for a long time.
Yeah, it's on delay.
What can delay something like that? Come on. I mean, how long can it take to put something together?
I mean, it's I guess the same with like the animals thing. Maybe it has to do with something as minor as liner notes.
Yeah.
Between Daltrey and Townsend.
And a lot of it nowadays, if it's vinyl, it's taken a long time to produce vinyl. Like people are really backed up.
Yep.
Now they're saying that. Are you hearing anything about the Revolver set being pushed back a little bit?
I haven't heard directly. No.
I've heard
see on the
murmuring.
Hoffman forums, people are saying it's moved back to November something now.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know.
That won't shock me.
It's not changed on Amazon anyway. It's still listed as being.
No, I had a I've got a box set of Vince Guaraldi that was supposed to come out in early November, and it's been pushed another week and a half.
Favorite bands, guys and girls. Mine, if by far the Beatles, then Oasis, Pink Floyd, ain't really cold one. If the Beatles aren't around, favorite band if there's no Beatles.
Yeah, well, the Beatles are number one. My favorite
Beatles number one. Beatles one.
My favorite band is Tom Petty without the Beatles and the Heartbreakers.
Glenn, what are your top 3 bands? Can you do that?
Yeah, Grateful Dead. Yes.
Yeah.
And oh man, the
Sparks.
third one's going to be tough. I'm going to say the Stones.
That's a good. Stones are solid. You can't go wrong with that. Me, it's Beatles number 1. Number 2 is Yes, always Yes. Number 2 got a lot of Yes. Seen them in concert a number of times. And number 3 is Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Then you get
good
bands.
3.
Yeah, you get the Who in there. You get the Rolling Stones.
Yeah,
you get
there's
Pink
so many.
Floyd. Everybody else starts flowing in.
Favorite Bond girl?
Let me think. Oh boy, that's tough. Where do we go, Glenn?
Diana Rigg.
Oh,
Diana Rigg, yeah.
solid.
The Avengers. Boy, oh boy. She brought a lot of young men through puberty back in the day.
Oh my God. Yvonne Craig did that job on me, man, with Batgirl.
Yvonne Craig, Batgirl. The young model who played Domino in the water one, after Thunderball. In Thunderball, Tom Jones doing the theme song for Thunderball.
I love that.
And the young lady actress, brunette, brown hair, the eye, brown eye.
Yeah.
And I said, she's got my look. So I'm going in with Domino.
There we go.
From Thunderball.
That's hilarious.
I used to like Joey Heatherton too. She was a little hottie.
Joey Heatherton, which movie was she in?
She wasn't in any.
She wasn't in the ball.
Oh, you're just going by the girls that
we just took Rich back to the 60s.
I'm going back to puberty, man.
Yeah.
I'm going Valerie Bertinelli on One Day at a Time was hot. And
what about Shirley Jones on The Partridge Family? No,
too old for me.
Yeah. It would have been Susan Day. Day.
Yeah.
And for the girls, obviously David Cassidy. What a heartthrob he was.
Yeah, my first crush would have been when I was a little kid with the Mickey Mouse Club and Annette Funicello.
Oh, really? Annette? Yeah, because you're that much older, so she would have been in range. I like the little ones, Karen and Cubby. The two babies. They were just in my range because they were a couple of years older than me.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you heard the remix of "Love You Too"? I haven't heard any of the remixes yet from Revolver.
I didn't know "Love You Too" was released yet.
I'm trying to stay away from all of that. I want it to be all a surprise.
Yeah, there you go, Richard.
Silly question. Beatles all around. Yes. Beatles 1, Kinks 2. Kinks is
solid.
Kinks is up there. Yeah.
Everybody loves the Kinks.
Yvonne Craig and Julie Newmar, 1-2, the Batman combo. Yeah.
Julie Newmar, definitely the best Catwoman for me, for sure.
She had the legs, man. They were like a mile long.
Yeah, she's like 6'1" or 6'2" or some crazy thing.
Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch. Good call, Gary.
Those aren't buoys. Yeah.
Kate Jackson on this.
Jacqueline Smith was my favorite of the Angels.
Yeah, me too.
Again, it's that brunette, thing going.
Yeah,
Jacqueline Smith was the prettiest one. Sure.
Yeah, I go with that too. I was not a Farrah Fawcett guy.
My buddy had the poster. He had the poster.
Oh yeah, that was.
We'd go over to his place. There's Farrah, with the big poster.
There wasn't a more famous poster at that time than that one.
That was it, man.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Kate Jackson, yeah, she was cute.
Sam's sitting here going, "What the hell are you guys talking about?"
We're very elderly.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't. Yeah.
And then
who was the hot girl when you were a young buck?
Well, see, again, I was not always with the trends with the people coming around. So I guess like for me, like come up, it was like Britney.
Don't
Spears.
say Phyllis Diller then.
Yeah, Phyllis Diller, right? Yeah,
Phyllis Diller, man.
Ethel Merman.
Yeah,
Bette Midler. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can hang.
This guy's really old. Gene Mansfield.
Yeah, he's older than us.
Yeah. That's
it was
that's a 50s guy who's into Jane Mansfield. The girl can't help it.
Yeah.
Like the Spice Girls, stuff like that.
Barbie Benton, Glenn?
Barbie Benton, yeah. She was Hugh Hefner's girlfriend, right?
That's right.
Who wasn't, though?
Used to have a giant poster of Jacqueline Smith on my wall.
Yeah.
On your ceiling or on your wall? Makes a difference.
The angle.
It's a family show, kids.
That's right.
Norway's letting Roger Waters in. Look at that.
Wow.
Others won't.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
gosh.
right, Andy.
I wasn't having a poster of the album cover.
That's a good line.
Yeah, that'd keep people out.
Yeah, I didn't have that poster.
The brown bag version.
Jill St. John,
Jill St.
Diamonds Are
John.
Forever.
Yeah.
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 No
And
relation.
Natalie Wood's kid's sister, Lana Wood, was in that
Oh,
one.
she was a hottie, man.
Yeah.
Lana Wood.
LOL. So you guys, Rachel, what did you end up getting, the vinyl or the CD of Revolver?
I pre-ordered the vinyl. I want that mono because I don't have your
Yeah.
beautiful box set. I just saw you did the revisit video of your mono
Yeah.
box. And so I thought, I didn't get that box because I came in. I came in 2017. They still had a few monos around that you could buy for the right price, but I didn't know about moratoriums or that they weren't going to do it again. So I said, well, as a kid in the 70s, when I started buying records as a teenager, I thought I'll get the stereo because those are the ones I remember. Like when Ringo goes, "I got blisters on my fingers," on the White Album. I want to hear that, and it's absent. I knew already that it was absent because I've had the mono
That's
before.
right. Yeah.
Back when I used to collect them all, so I had the original monos, I had original stereos, all this. But so when it came time to get in the box, I get the black. That black looks pretty sinister and it's Beatley goodness, and there's more albums in it. So I went, okay, and it's got the same hardbound book. I'll get the stereo. But only later did I learn, to my chagrin, that the mono would no longer be available. And so, I've got a lot of first pressings and stuff from the Beatles in mono, but the box is pretty. So if they get it back again or they do it anyway, maybe they're going to do it this way. Maybe Rubber Soul probably be next after
That's
Revolver.
what I'm thinking.
And then I'll get a mono that way. Hopefully they'll include the mono there. It was Miles Showalter was talking to, I'm having brain farts today, but Weston, Steve, and on his channel, he interviewed him, and Miles was very proud of the fact that it was he that suggested that they do the mono, include the mono. He pressed them for it.
Oh, interesting.
And so AAA mono. So it's no digital step in it. It's not a half Speedmaster. It's pure mono.
Yeah.
That's a big draw for me to give a pristine copy of Revolver in mono, something I don't currently own. So that was a big draw for me, Glenn.
That's my big fear, is that box is going to sell out because of that stupid mono record. And then I won't be able to get it when I want it.
It's a draw for some of us anyway. I think a lot of the newer generation, younger people may not care, but people of my vintage certainly kind of I think
the younger people will probably stream it or buy the CDs anyway. So
yeah, true, exactly, through the digital. Yeah,
but we'll see soon. We'll find out.
Oh, hi there.
Green Day. I can't. I don't know. I like Green Day, but I
like Green Day.
Kind of out of my wheelhouse in a way. But
yeah, I think they're pretty talented.
They had some good songs. Another Turning Point, Fork Stuck in the Road. What's that song? Time of Your Life. Great song.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Yeah. And they, of course, they ended Seinfeld with that, which is very poignant and a touching thing.
Yeah.
American Idiot. And they're a great band. They're a solid band. A really good video band, too. They did a lot of good videos in the early days.
Yeah.
Blink 182, I always put in with them, too. Even though they're different sound, I get it. Blink 182 a lot lighter, but still fun,
Is there something going on with Blink 182? They're getting back together or something?
The original lead singer's coming back.
They blinked,
Tom,
I guess.
Tom DeLonge, whatever his name
is.
What's
the song? The Boulevard? Is it Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Isn't that a great song by Green Day? Well. I love that. Yeah.
That whole American Idiots album is a modern, rock opera. I think it's
modern classic. Yeah,
it's a pretty perfect album.
Yeah.
But they've got some other great songs too. I mean, Dookie's a great album, and even like the solo album that Billy Joe Armstrong came out with, where he did a bunch of covers, was really good during COVID.
The
and
one
then
I
he did.
didn't like though was the collaboration with Nora Jones. And
Oh, I
I'm a
love
fan of
that
Nora
album.
Jones. I don't think their voices blended. I just don't think it was a good.
I think they sound. That's one of my all-time favorite albums.
Really.
Forever.
Man, I have a hard time with them together.
I think they sound like the Everly Brothers. I think it's great.
Wow, I don't see. I didn't get the harmonies with the Everlys, and it was
I love that
all
album.
Everly songs, and I just didn't. I didn't connect with it. Are you a Yardbirds fan? Yes. Who isn't a Yardbirds fan? Roger the Engineer, one fantastic Yardbirds album that everyone should own.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you live. Thanks, John. It's
Hello.
better than seeing me dead, I'll tell you that.
Oh boy. We're getting older, Glenn.
Yeah. It won't take long. Just hang on there.
Yeah, Yardbirds are great. And what I like is Graham Goldham from the Hollies. He wrote Heart Full of Soul.
Yes.
Heart Full of Soul. That guy is one of the greatest, most unheralded songwriters ever. He wrote Bus Stop and Look Through Any Window. And then he comes on with Heart Full of Soul. And he did that other one for the Yardbirds that I can't think of right now, but it was also.
Is he the dude from 10cc too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very talented guy.
Cheers, Rain. Hello, all. I joined, but I'm in Cleveland Clinic, Maine. Prayers for my aunt, who would be appreciated. Okay, well, we're praying for your aunt.
Take
Good call as
care.
well.
Hopefully, she's okay.
Get well soon.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Wow, nothing worse than health issues.
Yeah.
We all need to be healthy. Good job with the guitar the other day. I missed it, Sam. What were you?
It must have been a long time ago. It's probably been 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
because I got sick again. Yeah, so I haven't. But I appreciate it, whatever it was.
How's the throat today, Sam?
The throat's not sore. It's the cough and the fever that I can't shake it. It's just hanging out.
Fever today?
Yeah, it showed up Sunday, and I'm on a higher antibiotic to get it down.
Yeah.
So
that's a strong antibiotic. I've been on that myself.
Yeah, I'm on. I guess I've been on it since Monday evening. So hopefully, like I said, I was supposed to see a concert tonight with my sister, but that's not.
How'd you get it back? So Sam had strep throat, Rachel, and then he got it back.
Yeah, which goes right in line. I used to do that as a kid. I would be on amoxicillin for 10 days, and then a week later it'd come back. So it's exactly what used to happen when I was a kid.
So you might have some sort of immuno condition that you know that's congenital or something like that, Sam.
Well, I mean, I'm type 1 diabetic, which doesn't help.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I know that's been for a lot of people with amoxicillin because it's not a strong antibiotic. Strep's so powerful it comes back, and it's doing it to me.
Yeah, you want to knock that thing out to the best you're able to.
Yeah, that sucks.
All right, Glenn, Pink Floyd, which one are you? Gilmore or are you Roger Waters?
Well, I'm more Team Gilmore, I think. I just think Roger's a bit of a wanker.
I don't like Roger Waters.
Musically, I like them both musically.
I respect Roger. Like, he's on the opposite side of the political spectrum than me, but I respect him. At least he's passionate about it, and he sincerely believes his own rhetoric. So I got to give him props for that. But I'm Gilmore all the way, and I saw Division Bell. I saw that tour, and they were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, really, I saw one of those tours too. I can't remember if it was Division Bell or what was the other album, Momentary Lapse. One of those I saw. I saw them around 87 or
Momentary Lapse 87.
Yeah, that was a good show. But
they do a great job. You know, it's overwhelming, all the special effects and the lasers and everything going. You know,
it's very cool. Endless River rotates. Yeah, I was just disappointed in the Endless River.
I don't have that one in my collection. I don't have the final cut. I don't have Endless River, and I don't have Momentary Lapse. I got everything else.
Momentary Lapse,
except for
Endless River, I think is just not even listenable. But
Endless River is like ambient elevator music almost, except for the last song, which sounds like an actual song.
Favorite Beck album? I like Odelay.
I got Sea Change.
And I also like the 2 breakup albums he did there. Was it Morning After or something? And there was 2 of them. They're real just singer-songwriter talking about his marriage.
Sea Change is part
Sea
of that.
Change
around
was one of them,
2000,
and then there was another one that followed it, right? Yeah, Sea Change is great.
I like the one that he did where he won the Grammy like in 2014.
And Colors was kind of fun.
Yeah.
The thing with Beck is like I'll listen to some of his stuff and I'll get like 30 minutes into it and I'm like, all right, that's enough. And then the album goes on for another 40 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. You guys and lady watch M45's video about Beyonce's latest album? No.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. It's in kind of the queue. That's Michael 45 RPM audiophile in Germany. Really nice guy. Really
awesome guy and great channel. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't miss channel, actually. You learn a lot watching Michael's channel.
I love Paul's comment, physical format.
Beck and his first name is Jeff. No, the other Beck's pretty good, but I would, if I had to choose between the 2, I would take Jeff.
Yeah, Beck's pretty much Jeff Beck is a legend for sure.
Yeah, the Final Cut is definitely not bad. Yeah, our friend Bobby Gass just did a Jeff Beck video this morning, talking about Jeff Beck.
I've never listened to those later Pink Floyd albums.
I saw Jeff Beck in 1968 with Rod Stewart and Ron Wood when they toured the Truth album.
Oh, that is incredible because you're seeing them right in their prime, Glenn. That's envy worthy. Now I saw Rod Stewart and Carmen Appice because Beck Bogart Appice. So there's a guy with Beck and Appice. Of course, that's Vanilla Fudge's drummer. But he was working with Rod Stewart in '77. So Stewart was still pretty young, but he's starting to wear his little lycra spandex outfit with a little sash. It was just a little, this from the transsexual, keep in mind, but it was just a little too cutesy for me. Right. But he could kick a soccer ball, all right.
That's when Rod started to think he was sexy.
Yes, he was doing that. Song was on the charts when he was doing that.
The hair was getting higher. Yeah.
It was a good show, though. He really did put on a good show.
He did. Rod was great, especially in the 70s. He put on some great concerts.
Oh, that's next. Gary.
Johnny Depp. I don't get the whole Johnny Depp. I mean, Johnny Depp's kind of made that whole divorce court thing was just not good. That wasn't good for anybody.
No.
Bad optics.
Yeah.
Johnny's one of the Hollywood vampires. So I've got him with my Hollywood. I've got the second album by the Hollywood Vampires where they do Heroes. Mm-hmm. And he loves music and he loves the rock and roll and he loves the image and the ethos of it all. So he gets right in there and he's friends with those guys. Alice Cooper's his buddy and Joe Perry and all those guys. So they trip around. There's poor old Motley Crue gets a lot of hate, but one thing I do like about him is Mick Mars because I've never seen anybody cooler with the top hat and the eyeshadow. I think he's just one cool dude, Mick Mars. But the coolest of the cool is when you flip that Hey Jude Get Back album of the Beatles and you flip it on the back picture and you've got Lennon's lying down there and you've got George and there's Ringo. Ringo never looked so cool. And if they were my friend, you want those guys to be your friends. Oh, these are my buddies that I hang with. Yeah. They are so cool looking, the Beatles in that picture. I just love that. Probably my favorite Beatles picture. One of them, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife is going because she loves Depp. Well, there you go.
Well, there you go, Gary.
Maybe you should let her go with a girlfriend so she can have some fun, Gary. You stay home and drink beer.
He's got to put a stop to that.
Can I say? Maybe Gary's jealous. Can I say that the 5 biggest bands of all time are the Beatles, the Stones, Zeppelin, Floyd, and Queen? I got to move Queen down the list, but I won't argue with the other 4.
I'll tell you, I am the same way. I love the British bands more than the American bands generally, but there are some great American bands. I like the Cars. I like CCR. Those are 2 of my favorite U.S. bands. I like the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. Have you heard of those guys? Yeah. They're pretty good. Kind of shoegazy, hard rock kind of outfit.
And and of course the Byrds and
Byrds.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Points with that.
Yeah.
For me, the Beach Boys.
Beach Boys. I got a lot of Beach Boys albums, Sam, too.
Yeah.
I got maybe 10 or 11 Beach Boys albums.
I've got the new box set in my cart. I'm probably going to wait till after it comes out to get it.
I don't know. I got to get a job. I can't afford all this stuff that's coming out. It's driving me nuts. I keep adding it up, going, oh my God, I don't have the money to buy all this stuff. But I want it all. I don't know if you guys are like this. I look around my room going, what could I sell that I don't like anymore?
Really? But how big's your collection now, Glenn? How many records in the collection?
I only got about 500 or 600 albums and about
Really?
2,200 CDs, something like that.
But
Yeah.
Glenn does a lot of you do a lot of flipping to get other things.
Well, I had a lot of records given to me.
Mm.
And
Yeah, the
so-
vinyl community is amazing that way, isn't it?
even
For
a
the
buddy of mine
kindness
gave
of
me
people.
200 albums, and a lot of them, like, there's stuff that we both listened to when we were kids when he gave them to me, a lot of them are in good shape, but I don't listen to them anymore. So some of that stuff I trade in.
Yeah.
I traded in my Beatles singles box
Ooh.
because I don't
Okay.
listen. It was just a showpiece. I never played it once. Like, 'cause
I
the records
totally
did-
get that.
what
I never bought
understand
it,
is
Glenn. I
those
never
records
bought it.
don't
And
sound
you know
good.
why I didn't buy it? I didn't like the foreign covers on it. I want
Yeah.
either British, American, or Canadian. Then I would have bought it. But because they were all I never had that when I was a kid. So I have no association
Yeah.
with that. So you can keep it.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
And
no,
it was
that's
all
why
digital.
I
anyway.
sold it for a good price, and I bought my Bob Dylan complete collection CD box with the money.
That I saw your video on that. That is a beauty CD box,
That
and it's
is.
come down in price. It was starting to go out of reach.
300, 400,
And then they
500
brought
bucks.
it down.
Yeah, it's back in print again. That's why. So you watch for a price.
You know what, Glenn? I'm kind of tempted to get that one, and I might
It's
just
awesome.
add it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
That might be my final box set of the year. You know, I'm buying a box set per month. That was my little New Year's resolution, and we're on pace. We're on pace.
Well, I have a buddy in locally here who has a record store, and he was selling it for $270. So if you can't find it cheaper than that, let me know. I could probably get him to ship it to you.
Oh wow,
Let me know.
wow! 270. That is Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, you were also saying, Glenn, that there's talk about a bootleg series before the end of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, the other bootleg series that they're supposed to announce it soon.
That's gonna put me
They
over.
want everything out before Christmas, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're halfway through October, getting close.
Even if you're a Frank Zappa fan like I am, they've just announced a 5 CD set coming out just in December now too. It's just like it's one thing after another. Do you think they're going to kill the golden goose with all these box sets? Or like
No, because we're still suckers. We're still gonna get it.
It's insatiable. It's insatiable. And a lot of
Yeah.
people miss the bus on physical media. And
Yeah.
a lot of people are still wanting to get it back and restock the collections that they used to own.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like I said, I need to find another source of income.
But yeah, play that banjo on the corner, Glenn.
Yeah, I may have to do that. Go busking.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Back
Anyway,
to the
guys,
club.
I think I have to shut this down because I got things to do. I got to get ready for the Leafs and the Canadians tonight, Rachel.
Oh, go Leafs. Where's my Leafs cut? There we go at the back there.
The
Go,
Leafs.
go
Yeah.
Toronto. There's the little white leaf on the blue cup. Toronto Maple Leafs. My team, my kid brother was always in Montreal, but Toronto and Dave Keon, my favorite player. Go
Did
Toronto.
Rich? Did Phillies get rained out today, or they're playing?
They're still in limbo. It doesn't look like they're going to play. It's absolutely pouring in Atlanta. So
Oh, okay.
they'll probably play tomorrow as a makeup.
Yeah, it's getting dark here too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for coming on.
Guys,
It was
Take
awesome.
care,
Thanks,
everybody.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Good to
Take
see
care.
you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Rachel. Take care.